Some people might say that Walt Disney was the greatest animated filmmaker of all time. But if you ask anyone in Japan, Hayao Miyazaki is synonymous with genius. And at a time when animated movies are considered children's films and are quite frankly outdated compared to Pixar and DreamWorks animation studios that brought us movies like Toy Story and Shrek and Finding Nemo, the art of animated film needs a savior, and Miyazaki just might be the one. Hayao Miyazaki was born in Tokyo on January 5th, 1941, and he quickly gained popularity for his talent for drawing and gifts for storytelling. Now, his movies have been gaining popularity in the West over the years, especially after the success of one of my favorite movies of all time, the 2001 film Spirited Away, which also won the Academy Award for Best Animated Film that year. Now, since then, Disney has picked up a lot of his movies and dubbed over his latest releases and presented them to a Western audience, like the 2008 release of Ponyo on the Cliff by the Sea, which was shortened to Ponyo here in the US. Now, you can ask, what about Miyazaki caught the attention of Disney and the world? Well, I'm going to introduce you to the world of Miyazaki, and by the end of this speech, you can fall in love with the plot, characters, and artwork that makes Miyazaki the most acclaimed Japanese animated filmmaker of all time. Now, what sticks out to most people about Miyazaki's films are his plots and storylines. This unconventional filmmaker takes his audience everywhere from up in the air to the depths of the forest to mythical realms in the bottom of the sea. This is what makes him one of the top animators in the Japanese film industry. His films have been consistent box office smash hits. But did you know that he started out in the 1960s as an animator and a writer for television anime shows? He occasionally directed episodes, but never really found much success with them. It wasn't until over the next 20 years that Miyazaki would work his way up to becoming the most popular animator in Japanese cinema. There are three major recurring themes in the Miyazaki method of filmmaking: pacifism, feminism, and environmentalism. Nearly all of Miyazaki's films center around pacifism and the pointlessness and violence of war, whether it's good versus evil or man versus nature, like in his films Valley of the Wind and Princess Mononoke. Miyazaki also focused on feminism. His films usually star a young female heroine that uses courage, wits, and love to save the day. All of Miyazaki's films, but one, have a female lead, sometimes accompanied by male co-heroes. And Miyazaki's films almost always center around environmentalism and portray humans at odds with nature, with reconciliation and peace being the only solutions. In his movie Valley of the Wind, civilization has totally crumbled and the earth is consumed by this evil, toxic forest because of human war. In Princess Mononoke, the human inhabitants of Irontown are at war with the forest, which is ruled by powerful and mystical forest gods. And in Spirited Away, the dragon boy named Haku was once a powerful river spirit, but he was kicked out of his home and the river that he lived in became polluted by humans. Though the characters in Miyazaki's films are well developed and compelling, My Neighbor Totoro proves that even Miyazaki's secondary characters that don't really talk can win people's hearts. The giant brown O Totoro from My Neighbor Totoro, circa 1988, has become one of the most beloved and iconic anime characters of all time. It's a classic family movie and one of Miyazaki's greatest masterpieces. Totoro even made a cameo in the latest Toy Story movie as a stuffed animal in a little girl's bedroom. And you can buy all manner of Totoro merchandise online, from toys and clothes, even to this cute little hat that I found. Now, Kiki's Delivery Service was the first Miyazaki film that I had ever seen. And I remember falling in love with the story of this 13-year-old little witch girl that had to go out in the world and try to find her luck at fitting in. But what was the most captivating about this was the gorgeous artwork and imagery of the town that Kiki lived in. And it was always my dream to fly away like that into a beautiful town. And my favorite Miyazaki film still has to be Kiki's Delivery Service because of the breathtaking animation that Miyazaki's films are known for. And this also shows why he's one of the world's most acclaimed directors. The town Kiki settles in, called Kuriko, is drawn in breathtaking detail, with her soaring through bright blue skies, zooming past green hills and scenic waves, and dusty red tile roofs and stucco homes. They make it look kind of like a mixture between a Grecian village and a French wine country. The artwork is at times like something that you would see out of a name painting. Also, Ponyo on the Cliff by the Sea in 2008 has beautiful artwork. Right from the opening scene, which shows dozens of glittering phosphorescent sea creatures dancing around under the water, we can see the gorgeous attention to detail and the stunning colors that make Miyazaki's style so attention-grabbing. Miyazaki has gained an international status that few animation creators have ever achieved. The Disney company became very interested in Miyazaki's films, and Disney's commitment to introducing his films to the rest of the world will let more people appreciate the high-quality works that Miyazaki has given us. His films have shown us breathtaking art and unforgettable music by longtime collaborator Joe Hisaishi. Hayao Miyazaki is an innovative filmmaker that, time after time, has given us cherished films to watch with our families, empower women, and send us warnings about the evils of war, the importance of friendship and love, and the sanctity of the environment. And I hope that I've shown you what Miyazaki's movies mean to me, and how intriguing his plots are, how memorable and compelling his characters are, and how breathtaking artwork make him truly one of the greatest animated filmmakers of all time. I look forward to enjoying his movies for years to come, and even with my own children one day, and I hope you do too.